Win and in situation. Arsenal versus Tottenham. North London derby special. It's the preview. Let's do this. Yes, yes. Good afternoon, people. Good afternoon, people. It's a fitting intro for what's going to happen this week. Oh my God, I can smell it. I can taste it. I can almost touch it. North London derby, Thursday evening. I'm excited. But let's first introduce the panel. I've got my guy, MrSilvaFoxAFC. How you keeping, bro?
I'm good. I'm looking forward to Thursday. Come Thursday, I'm probably going to be a bag of nerves, but right now I'm excited.
I agree with you. I don't think I'm sleeping Wednesday night, if I'm honest. Like, even at work, I'm Googling Arsenal news and madness. But yeah, very excited. Niger, how you keeping?
Problem in all the finish.
No, the try and enjoy.
Wahala in all the finish. Oh,
You try and enjoy.
Sekanakata ururu not the finish. You try to enjoy.
These are the vibes we need to roll into the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium on Thursday. No wahala. And just so you know, no wahala means no problems. Because that's what we're going to have on Thursday. No problems. We've got this. Oh, yeah, now. Let's go.
Love it.
I
Love
love
that.
the confidence. I love the confidence, man. Obviously, everyone knows the situation we're in right now. Arsenal have got a 4-point lead over Tottenham, going in with 3 games left to go, and the Premier League have scheduled this one at the perfect time, haven't they? A win for Tottenham pulls them 1 point behind us. A win for Arsenal means we are 4 points ahead of them. No, sorry, a draw for Arsenal means we're 4 points ahead, meaning we only need one win out of the last two. And a win for Arsenal guarantees us top four, and we do it at White Hart Lane or the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, whatever we want to call
Yeah,
it.
I didn't even know that they changed the names and that.
Yeah, there's no
Who
interest
cares?
in anyone. But
Yeah, who
what
cares?
what a date to schedule this in from the Premier League, and it like both teams have everything to play for. Like it's or win and in for us, or losing out for Spurs, or drawing. Yeah, it's all in our hands. So, Silver Fox, how you feeling about Thursday? What's your thoughts on it all? Is this probably the biggest North London derby since forever, really? Like both teams have got so much to play for in this game. I don't think there's a bigger
In,
North London derby.
in recent history, it's probably the biggest.
Mm,
I think the last big one was probably when we won the league there. Obviously, we'd love it to be like that once again, but
yeah.
that would probably come. We will see. We'll see. But listen, they finished above us, what, 4 years in a row now, 5 years in a row?
Mm.
And we haven't been in the Champions League for the same amount of time, so it would just be so sweet to get it done there. And I
Yeah.
want it done. I want it done early. I don't want any this. If we lose, it's all
Oh,
good. We can. We Newcastle never ain't gonna be easy.
Mm,
And
mm.
for me, this Tottenham team, they have to come out and play. And Conte ain't used to that. So with the players that he's got as well, they're going to be so open. Well, they should be. They should
Do you
be. Go on.
do you think Conte pulls a double bluff though? Because with what he's got up front, I think
Mm.
his message would be stay in the game until late. To stay in the game. There's enough there for them to say if we get a chance, Arsenal will present you with one. We can win it 1-0. So I don't think he's going to come on the offensive. I think he's very much going to be just because again, when you have got a strike force like he's got, the most
Yeah.
important thing is don't concede. We will get a chance, and when we get a chance with Son or Kane, there's a higher ratio of scoring that goal. Whereas Arsenal, we might need 10 chances before we score one. Do you know what I mean? You look at our numbers against Leeds the other day, we had what 20 something shots and scored two,
Mm.
and that first two come in the first 10 minutes, and after that couldn't find the net again. So I think Conte's, as much as they need to win it, for them it's going to be a case of stay in the game rather than come out like crazy and then get caught and then you're chasing. That's just my opinion. That's what if I was
The
manager, that's how I'd
problem,
probably be setting up.
the thing with that, I think if they were playing at our ground, I think they'd probably do that.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Because it's in front of their crowd, and they're going to be so up for this. They're going to. I think they'll probably respond more to the crowd than they will the manager. So I still expect them to come out quite open. But we do need to start the way we did against them at home. But I don't know. Do we take the approach where we let them have some of the ball? That's too risky for me. I don't know. It's we got to be clever. Arteta's got to be clever with his lineup, his tactics, and everything. If we do that, then we'll be fine.
Tony, what? Like, come on, bro. Like, if we give Spurs the ball, they don't know what to do with the ball, bro. If we force them to have possession, they literally do not know what to do. I'm not gonna lie to you. We're used to creating history at Tottenham stadiums. What, 2 league titles? It's going to be another one added to the list. Personally, just like Silva was saying, they have to come out. They have to win. First, North London derby with fans at their new stadium. They can't hide. They got to be up for it. Do you get what I'm saying? So I believe it's a perfect game, which is why I've made some changes to the starting 11 that might, I know, rub certain people the wrong way, innit? But I think Spurs was playing into the Arsenal's hands this Thursday, and we'll pit them. I won't lie, I was super nervous about that Leeds game. I thought that they might just nick something. Obviously, they're fighting for relegation, and it would be just because everyone had dropped points. It was such an Arsenal situation to do it again. But we got through it. Squeaky bum time for the last 10 minutes, but we got through it, and I think everything's all set up for the North London derby.
Who do you have to thank for that win against Leeds? Nigel, I'll come to you.
Mikel Arteta for having faith. And do you get what I'm saying?
Having faith in who? Having faith in who?
Having like believing in his gut. Do you know what I'm saying? It takes a big man to believe in his gut, no matter what the press are saying, social media, fans, etc. He said, "You know what? I believe Eddie's gonna play with a chip on his shoulder." He went to Leeds. They didn't give him the minutes that he wanted, even though he was banging in goals. If you look at the minutes per goals that he was scoring, so he was like, "You should have picked up the call earlier." And then he banged in 2 goals. So big up Eddie. Like, I'm enjoying his farewell tour, man. Big him up, bro.
Yeah, he had to put that little farewell tour in. He had to put the backhander in there, innit? But
he's done it everywhere he's gone this week. I've seen it on his stream as well.
Yeah. If everyone knows mine and Nigel's history, we've constantly gone back and forth on Nketiah. And for majority of the year that I've been on the Armory, Nigel's had the better of me. And for the last few weeks, and I've noticed it because Nigel don't be coming on streams with me no more. Like you don't see us together. People have been saying that they're the same person because you don't see them on the same stream together no more. So, but yeah, as I said, regardless what happens with Eddie Nketiah, it's actually nice for him. Again, if he does leave, for me, it's a nice way for him to leave where he's actually had a huge impact on us the last few weeks. And I think he's showing that actually there is a player in there. Like his goals previously may not have lived up to that, and again, he might not score again for the rest of the season, but his energy and what he's given us is definitely helping us. So yeah, big up to Eddie Nketiah. Like end of the day,
and I'm happy for him because he can, if he continues scoring a couple more before the end of the season, he can go with whatever narrative he wants as he moves on. He can be like, yeah, you saw what I could do at last end of the season when I was playing games. So I didn't flop at Arsenal. I just wasn't what they were looking for. And it maybe makes the conversation for his next club a lot easier. I see him banging. He can bang 12, 15 goals in the season for like.
Yeah, I think, I think a team like Brighton would suit him. I don't think Newcastle a couple years ago,
more target manish, right? So
yeah,
right.
And also they're going to be bringing in big players now. So as much as he will get chances, again, if they got a chance to sign a big striker like a higher reputation, he's going to end up on the bench again. But I think a Brighton would be perfect for him.
Even a Southampton.
Yeah, one of those kind of teams. I think there's definitely a player in there. He definitely can score goals. And I think my thing with young players is as well, it's not sure how much you lot know about the body and the changes these guys go through at certain ages, and again, they develop at different times. So my son, when he was playing, he was getting his testing done, and he had the biological age of a 9-year-old, and he was 11 and a half, which then just showed he was going to be a late bloomer. So you look at someone like Saka at 16, Rooney at 16, physically were able to cope with the demands of first team men's football. Eddie, to me, is probably a bit more of a late bloomer. I think if you heard the podcast the other week, he was speaking about how small he was compared to some of the other guys. So he might just needed time to fill out. And I'm watching him physically, and he looks so quick now. And he's able to hold up. I mean, he's strong enough to hold players up. So he might be a late one. And I think another one's going to be Reece Nelson. I think Reece Nelson will kick in at the right time. So that's why sometimes you have to be patient with some of these players. You can't just discount them at 19, 20 because they haven't hit the ground running. Like, not everyone could be Saka. Do you know what I mean? Not everyone could be Rooney. Sometimes these players take a little bit of time, and then you see a player in them. Serge Gnabry is another one. So you lot can keep pulling them faces. You lot are too quick to write off these boys.
I see
No,
what
you lot are way too quick. You're way too quick.
Okay, all right.
No, but I think we are, as a fan base, we're too quick to write players off. They have a couple of games, no, I don't see nothing in them. And it's like, hold on, like Patino, everyone spoke highly about him. Patino, when he's played for Arsenal first team, hasn't really done too much. But you got to let the guy develop. You got to let him blossom. And again, sometimes it's just physically their body's not ready yet. You can see technically they've got all the ability in the world, but just that power to run past the player.
Do you know what it is for me, Gumsa? And you're right. Sometimes we do need to give these youngsters a lot more time, but there's certain things that you can see from a young age in players, and it's not necessarily their ability. Like for me, immediately before he even started getting good games, I immediately saw a quality player in Guendouzi as soon as he came on the pitch. Not necessarily because of what he was doing, just because he was fearless. He messed up, he went again. It wasn't like, he dropped his head, he went again. With Reece Nelson, I've not seen that from him, bro.
But you know what it is with Reece?
I saw it. It's Smith Rowe, even though he was very raw when he came, and you could see you go again. But Reece been on two loans. He's on a bit of a purple patch right now with final, and he's in the final. So it'll be nice if he can light up the final and do something in that. Maybe that might give him that big game and big pressure confidence. But so far, I've not seen it yet, bro.
But you know what it is for me, and again, it's a style of play. If Reece's game is built, and I've watched Reece as a youngster, Reece's game was always built around kind of a speed. Like, he was sharp, nippy, push on you and go. Now, that works at your level when you're playing the same age group. You might be quicker than everyone. Now you're going up to men's. If these lot are quicker than you, you either need to now get quicker or you need to think of something different. Well, Saka's game might have been built different, where his might have been more intricate. Smith Rowe is the same. Smith Rowe doesn't rely on outpacing you. He's more of a technical dribbler, will chop you up and go the other way. So he's not reliant on speed. And again, the same with Bellerin. Bellerin's game was built around speed. Once he got the hamstrings and lost his pace, there's nothing left to him. So I think sometimes we just have to give some of these players time to develop. But, I know I went off on the tangent, and we're going to save this for the summer because we do need to get into this Tottenham game, because that's what it's all about going into Thursday. We've got a comment here. We're not going to answer it yet, Gabe, but thank you for tuning in. We will get to predictions for later on at the end of the show. So just bear with us and actually put your prediction in here, and we can read that out. And Brenny, nice to hear from you again. Also put your prediction in. Let's see what you guys are thinking. But Nigel, you seem very confident of us getting the job done on Thursday. Reasons for that?
To be honest, I was when there was other people involved, where there was Man U, West Ham, Wolves, kind of for a little bit. That's the times where I'm nervous, because there's so many different angles coming at you. Do you know what I'm saying? There's teams that can do favors for you, teams that can put more pressure on you with all those people involved. But when you told me the last two men standing were Tottenham and Arsenal, what? Are you freaking mad? And then on top of that, you want us to be 4 points clear of them going into that game. I know they fear Tottenham. What? They know they make top four. That's what we've been saying for the last few months, and we'll continue to say it. Tottenham, no, they make top four. It's the history of the Tottenham. And do you know what? I see, strangely, and you guys are gonna maybe laugh. I see Pepe coming on late on and getting a goal, bro.
Wow.
But we'll save the rest of that for the predictions and stuff. Don't worry.
All right, cool. I'm with that. And Silva, do you share Nigel's same sentiment and belief and confidence?
Not the Pepe bit. But no, listen, I'm still going to be cautious. Of course I am. I'm going to be cautious. We haven't won there since 2013. Thomas Rositzky won it in the league. So I don't know. It's the first time in front of their crowd. But what I said earlier is the fact that I believe that they need to come out and play openly. They need to come at us. And I think we can hurt them on the counter. We got Eddie, is their back line going to handle his pace? I don't know.
I don't know.
don't
I
know.
don't know. I totally understand what you two say about that. I just feel Conte's not going to do it. I just think you look at everything Arsenal
They got to.
have struggled
They've
with.
got
You
to.
got on paper you got to, but are their fans going to care if they have a stinker and win 1-0? Fans ain't going to give a monkey. It's only if they get beat and they play badly, fans are going to be going crazy. I
At
feel
North London derbies, especially after how much they hid at the Emirates, bro, they can't hide against.
they can't
Villa,
hide.
bro.
But I just feel if you look at Arsenal in general this season, we struggled against low block. So really, honestly, why are you going to come out and be expansive if you know they're going to that's what they struggle. They don't break teams down very well. They've done well against Liverpool, in all honesty, playing a low block, and almost could have nicked the game. So I think he's gonna. Yes, they're gonna have a bit more ball than they did against Liverpool, but I don't think he's coming out to come bombing at Arsenal. I really don't, because I think you leave yourself open.
There's one scenario that gives me a little, that makes me shake a little bit. Let me not lie. I know I'm coming out of my chest. At the end of the day, it is still a North London derby and anything goes. But with that being said, whatever flank Tomiyasu gets is kind of crucial, isn't it? Do we give him the Son flank where he locked him up at the Emirates? Or do we say, you know what, deal with Kulusevski because Cedric's still okay on the right? He's better on the right than Tavares is on the left. So it's one of them ones. I don't know, because whoever the opposite flank is going to have a good time with whoever.
Me and Canna spoke about it in the reaction, and for me, I would go Tomiyasu back on the right. He's already had previouses with Son, and as you said, he locked him up. Equally, Kulusevski's left-footed, so Cedric being on the left, we're probably playing. I know Tomiyasu's right-footed as well, but so it actually is not going to be. If Kulusevski is right-footed, you'd be thinking, Cedric going down his weaker side would be a problem. But Kulusevski's one to come inside, which then comes into Cedric's right foot anyway. So for me, I would personally go Tomiyasu on the right, because I think that's where the biggest. When we watch Tottenham, the biggest threat has been Harry Kane dropping in and Son going around the back and try to get him through that gap. So I'll go in Tomiyasu on the right. Personally, SilvaFox, what are you thinking?
I'm not gonna lie. Cedric scares the hell out of me, whichever side he's on. Right?
I don't know why man's still on this Cedric agenda.
No,
did you not watch the Man U game?
Oh,
yeah, that was his worst game. That was his worst game since he's been in, by far, the United game. But a lot of our goals conceded have been on that left side's been the problem more than our right. It's definitely been the Gabriel Tavares has been more of an issue than Cedric. White Cedric.
You know what the thing is? No, all I'm gonna say is that Kulusevski, he's got some height on him as well. So that's why I'd probably put Tomiyasu with him. And then, hear me out, if he's fit, Ben White with Son.
That's the only thing I was going to say.
Holding Gabriel in the middle. Now, this isn't me holding back in.
No. But this is...
I just don't feel comfortable with Tavares or Cedric anywhere.
I just think, I think what you may employ, I think you might be right. Tottenham play with a 5 wing-back system. Now, I don't say we match Tottenham for wing-backs.
We could, though.
No, but I think what we do, we have that fluid formation which we played against Chelsea, where if we're pressed in, Saka, you play right wing-back, right then tuck in nearer to holding, and you go to a 5, and then when we're comfortable, we then back out to a 4. I think we may see that deployed. Because I think he will have one eye on Tottenham. So, yeah, and we see it worked against Chelsea. Even to now, some people say we played 5 at the back against Chelsea. I say it was a 4, but it was. And if you hear Arteta's interview, he said there was three systems they played in that game where if Chelsea get possession in them areas, we go to a 5. He didn't say we go to a 5, but we changed the formation, we adapted to it, and so I think we may actually see that. So I think SilvaFox, I think you might be right. I do think we might see that fluid kind of formation. Nigel, would you
know anything about Ben? Do we know about Ben? Is he fit? Any news on it?
Yeah, they said he was training last week still, but just wasn't ready. It's going to be interesting. He
looked like he was more interested in his cuddles.
If he's fit,
he was loving life. Mr. Love Island himself.
I swear I saw two things beside him. It wasn't just one. One in the front, one in the back. Big boy, Ben White.
Man, like Ben, boy. Was it like Jorginho? Is it Jorginho whose wife and baby mum comes to the matches and stuff?
I would swear down.
Yeah, in the World Cup, he had like his ex-wife and his new baby, or something crazy like that. I think it's Jorginho.
You know the Brazilians, how they get on anyway.
Yeah,
man.
you know what they're like. You know what they're
Down
like. But
there
let's
with
get to
sugar.
some comments quickly before we move on. Actually, no, sorry, Nigel. What would you back 4 or would you match up Tottenham and go with a 5?
Do you know, like however we set up against Chelsea, I'm down with that again. To be honest,
fair enough.
Yeah, however we set up against Chelsea, even the same personnel, to be honest, except Tavares.
Yeah. Brady said he doesn't want Pepe to feature on Thursday. Last Sunday, he looked like he was not interested, and this is where management comes into it. That interview, would that fire up Pepe to prove a point? You never know. So I think with Pepe,
What interview? Oh, when he
Arteta,
called him out. Yeah.
Arteta said all he has to do is go forward, and Pepe for some reason turned back, but he sees something on the pitch we might not see. And obviously, it came out that the assistant manager absolutely went ballistic at him at full time. I didn't see it, but I think James spotted it. James was the first one that mentioned it on the stream, and then I heard it. Albert absolutely went ballistic at Pepe at full time. So, yeah, you never know. Again, depending on what the player is, that could either put him in his cave a bit more, or it might make him come out and fight and come out to prove a point. So you never know. He could have an important part to play. No sugar for Chelsea. Said Tottenham have to win. All Arsenal got to do is draw or win. Obviously,
Who is that? I love that.
Breeds is in the building. He's saying, yes, man, them nice to see Kunle there. Thought he might be with Gina and them today. And if anyone doesn't know, Niger and Breeds have been going back and forth about who's more famous and who has more
guys,
pull.
I just want to know, comment section, when did we last see Boots?
It's been a while. It's been a while.
I don't know, like, if anyone gets the contact with his PA and can find out his whereabouts, if you can book him in, just you know what? Just share your calendar to the group, and then we can just pick which slots we can fit in. Booze, man. Big up, man. Thanks for raising our level on the armory. Thank you for doing you, bro. Appreciate
man
it.
like Boots.
Man like Boots, yeah. Boots and Niger, the hardest men to get hold of, boy. These men have got a full-on schedule.
There's another one as well, though, isn't there?
Yeah, Gunner King, boy. If the time, listen, I actually do believe Gunner King is the biggest, because if you could sleep and have like 1,000 people watching you sleep, that is royalty, isn't it? Like people are watching you sleep, bro. That's different. That's different.
You've made it.
Gunner's on it. You know, one of them ones where you wake up. I woke up at like 2:30 last night, and just randomly I said, let me just check Spaces. I meant to check my Twitter, and I'm looking at Spaces. I see Gunner King's icon. I'm like, oh my gosh, this guy's. I just said, let me go and listen in. He was going in 2:30 in the morning, riding for the Gooners. Big up Gunner King, man.
He don't play. He don't play.
Yeah.
Brady was saying Pepe's a no-no. Udbav Singh saying Pepe isn't bad. Isn't as that bad as he looked against Leeds. He just disinterested to play for Arteta. Yeah, I think that Arteta's got the contract. Pepe's time to go in it. I agree with you. I think there's a player there.
Munsey, you can't talk. Munsey, stop that.
Hey.
You're not welcome.
Now read out the next one. Read out the next one.
Club's in the mud, mate. In the mud.
I would go the same lineup except White starts ahead of Cedric at right back. So yeah, I think similar to what Silverfox was saying, you could be a bit more fluid. Now Munsey's here. He's got his tail between his legs. I think them lot have accepted.
He's like Munsey. All these United.
They're going to be getting slapped by Danish teams in the Conference League, man. Come on,
United. They never talk about what's going on currently. It's either the past or what's happening when Ten Hag comes in. All I know is today. There's still games to play in this season. Concentrate on this season. Don't worry about what we're going to be doing next season, Manzi. I know you want an excuse to watch Champions League. So yeah, watch us. I ain't mad at you. We need as much viewers as we want. So keep watching next season. And good luck. Hopefully you might get Thursday nights, but who knows?
You say he hates seeing us Hagunas happy, but let us live in it. You've had the better of us for a few years. I was confident last year, end of the season. I was confident in what I was saying. I was saying you lot are on a decline, and it's come true. And it makes me so happy to see. It's been beautiful. It's been beautiful. It's been beautiful. And I do believe Ten Hag's better, but I think you lot have got a lot more hard years to come. We've gone through that transition of getting rid of our biggest names, and do you know what I mean? People have questioned Arteta when he's letting this guy go, letting that guy go, and for me, it's been for the better. You guys have got to go through that now. I think there's a lot of players. I got a friend, to be fair, he's an honest United fan. He says that how it is. And he said, there's only one player I keep at the club, and that's Sancho. And he said, only because he hasn't had time to prove himself. He said, the rest can get out. Like, he's had enough. So, yeah, you lot have got a big rebuild on your hand.
By the way, I told you, man, about Sancho. That's all I'm saying.
No, I think Sancho's a player. I do think he's a player. I honestly do.
I remember.
What do you
I
mean you
remember
told
Connect
us about
Smile.
Sancho? I said Saka's better than Sancho. I said that one, but in terms of, I did think he'd have a better start to his Premier League career than this. I'll be honest, but I always maintain
He's just an
better than
expensive Reece Nelson.
Saka's better.
Deal with it.
That's so
Yeah,
harsh.
harsh. Yeah, Sancho, I'm here for the banner, but on the real, Sancho is a player. But that United team is in the absolute mud.
Could even play for England.
Mad.
I hear you. But I feel he will come good.
Nah, he will.
Who else is here? No Sugar for Chelsea saying Munzi enjoy Conference League, having the train go through at half time.
Did you hear about the incident on Saturday night? There was like a flock of seagulls took a massive dump on 11 clowns in red.
I saw that actually. I did see that. Yeah.
You see that?
Quite entertaining still, man.
Oh, bless him. And he's saying he would keep De Gea, Bruno, and Sancho.
Bruno.
Yeah,
hype about Bruno, I don't get it, but that's for another stream.
No, but look, wait. Like, I'm not ready to just completely shit on Bruno because there is a player in him, man. If Man U set up right and follow this Ten Hag system, you could see the best of him. And I also think Bruno and Ronaldo can't operate in the same 11. But I mean, Portugal coach realized it a while ago. But for some reason at United, they keep forcing the issue. But it is what it is, isn't it? They're in the mud. We're enjoying it. We'll enjoy it as long as it lasts. I do believe theirs won't take as long as ours because they got more money and pool. But I'm enjoying it nevertheless, man. Fuck United.
There's a reason why we're enjoying it. We're all three of us here. We're around a similar age. When we grew up, growing up where we did, it was always Arsenal, Man United at school, and they always had us. Yeah, okay, we want to cut the league titles, cut the FA Cups, but they had us, especially in '99. And to see where they are now, I'm connecting with old friends. Okay, long time no speak. How's he going in the mud?
Yeah, group chats are quite quiet at the moment, aren't they?
Bro, have you seen Big Phil in our comment sections recently? I ain't seen him for a while.
No, I ain't seen Big Phil for a little
Barbados
while, boy.
MENC.
Even Pepe's trying to look for him.
Yeah. Eddie's on the phone trying to get hold of him.
But guys, talking about Pepe, can't you just see the scenes? Pepe comes on 80th minute, bangs in the winner, goes to the what's it called? The coach that was shouting at him last week, like.
He gives us a
back. What's my name? Bro, I've seen the scenes, bro. I've seen it.
See, my ending's different. My end is different. You know how Tottenham fans are.
Yours has got Bobby Holding it, innit?
No. They say Bobby Holding. You know, you're these you're these Tottenham fans. You've heard them sing about Saka in England, yeah? Saka gets a penalty in the 92nd minute. It's 1-1.
Could you imagine?
Oh wow!
Don't. That'd be.
Saka smashes in the winner that gets us.
Yeah, could you imagine? Don't. To be fair, I'm dreaming of something a bit different. I'm dreaming of 3-0 comfortable.
I'm dreaming of 5-0. Yeah, I hear you.
See it out nice and easy. Just see it out nice and easy. My heart. I've got asthma. I've got heart palpitations. Like I've got long COVID. I can't take the stress of that. So, and just quickly, this is an Arsenal Tottenham stream, but Munzi's in the comments going wild. I just said something. If you talk to United fans, they talk about the past or the future, and Munzi just falls straight into it. When you're going to win the Champions League, we're not talking about that stuff. Let's get there first, and not talk about your whole previous history of winning them things.
Who's got more chance?
Just take time. Just enjoy the moment.
Who's got more chance of winning the Champions League next season? Think about that.
But let's credit Munzi. Thanks for tuning in, bro.
Yeah, drop a like.
Big up yourself and big up everyone from the United agenda. Like again, it's all love and banter with you guys. And again, you're honest. I love that about you. Like you banter, but when we do talk,
are they honest?
Sometimes.
We'll give him one day. This week after what
I like them. Yeah, I love all of them guys. But yeah. If you ain't seen it, on Monday, actually, we can save that. We're gonna put that up in the stream next week, maybe.
Oh, good.
Yeah, we're gonna put it up there. But yeah, no, just quickly, before we kind of get to predictions and stuff, where do you feel this game's won and lost? Nigel, where do you think the key area is?
The key areas are obviously for me the most informed Egyptian in the world right now, Big Mo and them man there. So midfield battle, but also the wings, man. Like whatever wing Son's on is going to be crucial, isn't it? For me, like because at the end of the day, Son doesn't need 3 or 4 chances to bang. Like even in the first game, like I don't know if you saw, he finally got a chance, like, and he was rapid. And I think the keeper saved it. And in the second half, he got the goal that we knew that he was probably getting, but we were comfortable by then. So for me, Son and the midfield battle is going to be where it's won or lost, whether we keep him quiet or not.
Silva, what about you?
I think they've got a similar problem at wing backs as us, so I think that's going to be important. I would say ours is as bad as theirs because we've got Tomiyasu back, but after Tomiyasu, you look at our fullback situation; it's pretty bad. And obviously they're without Doherty and the other one, so they've got Davis and what's his name?
Royale. Well, they play Sessegnon left wing back, don't they? Emerson Royale and Sessegnon.
I don't think he's all that. So I would probably say it's the wings for me, either side. But more importantly, it's the manager.
Yeah, I think the mentality going into the game is going to be important. For me, I think it's either defense. I think that's as simple as that. I think midfield in this. I think we get. I don't know. Højbjerg and Buntico. I don't think the other team really dominate the midfield like that. I think we've had strong performances in midfield, but that's kind of. I think that game. Yeah, I look at Tottenham's midfield as well. I think everything gets kind of bypassed with them.
Yeah.
I think it's definitely who's going to defend the better out of the two teams.
No, sorry, I'm calling it Xhaka masterclass. It's going to happen.
Yeah, I think Xhaka and Elneny will dominate the midfield, but I think it's whoever defends better. I think if we have a defensive lapse, they've got the ability to punish us, and if they defended like how they have defended this season, then we could hurt them. So
I can't lie though. I'm looking forward to seeing Saka versus Sessegnon. I can't lie. I'm looking forward to seeing that.
Yeah, they're definitely going to double up. But I think Odegaard has an important part to play because if he keeps picking up them pockets, which would engage Ben Davis, that then hopefully could leave Sessegnon one-on-one against Saka, and it could be a big problem for him. But
one more question. And we have this question pretty much every preview that we do. Martinelli or Smith Rowe for this game?
Martinelli
for this game, yeah. If
it
was home,
maybe
not, but away game, against that
you fancy him against
Emerson Royale, yeah.
Does it Boots calls him Chicken Royale? That's it.
He's gonna need one after.
I'm saying can't remember any game except the Wolves game where we came back after going a goal down and winning. Yeah,
Gumsa man's flexible, man. Look where Gumsa's leg is, bro.
He's some yoga I'm gonna have to dub in some called me or something during this game.
You not leave me alone. No Sugar Petrosky saying I got a feeling Partey will be back for Thursday. If he's fit, I can't see it, and even if he is, I don't want him anywhere near that pitch.
No point, man. Wrap him up, bro.
Let's again. And if we do secure top 4, I don't even want to see him for the season, even if he's fit. Just let him have the rest of the time off. We've got nothing to really play for. If we still top 4 on Thursday, obviously, yes, we could try and chase down Chelsea, but doesn't really mean anything long term. His fitness does.
Let's get this Champions League, man.
Yeah, let's get it done. Right.
And to be honest, Chelsea probably want us to win like tonight. I mean on Thursday night, because obviously they hate Spurs and kind of takes the pressure of them as well. So,
definitely. So I think the only other thing to really talk about is the striker department. Obviously, Nketiah's been on a good run. We haven't really seen Laka. Even when he's come on, he's only come on for like 3 minutes here, 5 minutes there. He hasn't really had a sustained run. Because even previous games when Eddie came off early, they put Martinelli up front. And then Smith Rowe went on the left, I think it was, and then Laka come on later on. So
Laka only come on to screw up the defence.
Yeah. So what are we saying for this weekend, this Thursday? Are we going for the experience of Laka, or are we sticking with Eddie and Nketiah? SilvaFox, I'm coming to you first.
Yeah, because we all know what Nigel's going to say. But I'm Eddie, man. Look, he's on form right now. You can't. There's no reason for him to be dropped. And he done it against Chelsea and Man United, so why can't he do it against Spurs? And like I said earlier, you're going to need an Eddie to run at that defence, because that defence, for me, is weak. It's a weak defence for me.
Yeah, 100%. Nigel, you going for the experience?
Hear me out. Look,
I want to hear it. I want to hear this agenda now. Go on.
Because there's no agenda. I mean, I love Eddie. Big up my guy. Eddie, he's playing for the Black Stars in the World Cup, so big him up.
You got to get behind him now, innit? You got no choice now.
Eddie, man. He picked the right option. He's going for Ghana rather than England. He's definitely going to be at a World Cup as well and get some caps. So big up Eddie for that decision. I hope Hudson Odoi and a couple of other players make that decision. So Ghana, us Ghanaians, big up Saint LFC in the LFC TV in the comments. Us fellow Ghanaians at the World Cup. And yes, guys, I might be the Niger Englishman by name, but I'm quarter Ghanaian by nature. Jeez. All right, so back to Eddie. So in terms of Nketiah, I would say, look, the thing about Arteta for me is that when something's working, he's reluctant to change it when there's a little bit of a glitch. He always just like, you know what, let's just ride it out. Let's just ride it out for a bit more. And then he makes the change. Like, for example, I would have liked to see Laka in the second half against West Ham. If you notice, Martinelli wasn't even in the game at all. He wasn't even in the game at all. And I believe Laka would have brought him into the game. Yes, I am shameless. I even put it on my page, Nick. I am shameless, completely shameless. When we score, the Black Stars score in the World Cup, I'll be doing knee slides and everything, bro, all the way. But I think for a game, it's the fact that it's away and it's such a big game, and the fact that they have such average wing backs. I believe someone like Laka will bring Saka and Martinelli more into the game in that situation. But it also gives us the option of Eddie for the last 25 minutes to really run out that defense after we've really run them ragged. So I would start with Laka, but I'm not opposed to seeing Eddie at some point in that game. And you know Laka loves to go against Spurs, guys. Come on.
No, we got a visitor. Yeah, that's true. We got a visitor here. Yeah.
Saint, allow me, bruv.
Who's gonna win? Arsenal gonna win. Yeah, she said it. You heard it here first. Come. Who's gonna win? Arsenal gonna win. Arsenal gonna win. You watching yourself? Anyway, run away. Say bye-bye.
She's like, football?
Yeah, she got an Arsenal kit ready, ain't you?
Good girl.
All right. So me personally, I think Eddie starts. I hear what you're saying about sometimes you have to change things up and surprise oppositions, but I think if Laka starts, what does that send to the rest of the team? It looks like we're trying to play for a point because everyone knows Laka's the best defensive striker in the world. So does that impact on the philosophy of the squad? Thinking is it a negative for me? So for me, Eddie goes, and again, that just puts that fear of the ball in behind. So yeah, for me, Eddie starts, man. But right, let's get into predictions. Nigel, Mr. One Game at a Time. It's come down to the one game.
All right, it's come down, guys. We're here, isn't it? For me, North London derby. It's going to be a difficult tie. Form out the window, but Arsenal versus Tottenham. One position available. It's us now. 2-1 to the good. Arsenal.
Love that. Silver Fox.
I'm going big. I'm going for goals. I think this game is going to be full of goals, and like I am still expecting an open game. So for both because I don't know about the team, but I want this done. I want it done against them, and I'm going 4-3 to the Gunners.
4-3. That's a high scoring game, man. If that ends 4-3, Silver Fox, I'm not going to be impressed because that stress levels is too much.
Look, there's no.
We are going to be stressed. We are definitely going to be stressed. I'm telling you.
Do you reckon any of us will be able to make it to the reaction if it's 4-3, bro?
Nah, there'll be no reaction.
I'm driving to the stadium.
With that many goals, there's going to be no reaction.
And the thing is, I know we're going to get bantered because people are going to be saying, "Look how you're celebrating fourth place." But I'll be real. I thought to go to the stadium. I want to open top bus tour and everything if we get top 4, man. I don't business. We will be shameless. I don't care.
Than me, man.
Right. I'm going to get into a couple of these.
Yeah, we've got some predictions.
We got Boods is saying 2-1 to Arsenal. No Sugar Pachowski saying 3-2 to Arsenal. Arsenal win.
What's your prediction?
Yeah, that's it. Saint saying he said Tottenham. He said Tottenham are going to win.
But that's only because they held them in it. That's what it is.
Yeah, I know. That's why.
That's what it is. Yeah.
He's saying this child abuse putting her in an Arsenal kit, and if we beat them, she's gonna wear the kit on the stream with me, ain't you? Yeah.
Yeah.
You even looked just then like Saint. You want to know?
Here we go. And Boods is saying she's vexed. She's like, "Where's CBBS? I don't want to watch these man talking." That is the truth. She'll take my laptop after this. And my prediction, if you guys have been seeing the last few streams, when I was predicting Arsenal wins, we was getting beat. And then I predicted Chelsea to win, United to win, West Ham to win, Leeds to win, and we won all 4 of them. So I've got to stick to my mentality. I'm going to Tottenham win. Tottenham win 3-1. And I've got to stick with it. Again, everyone knows I'm superstitious. If I start saying, "Okay, we're winning," I've got to stick with it. My blue shirt, I wore it 2 games in a row and we lost 2, so that's now been burnt. Like I can't wear it on match days. So yeah, I've got to stick with my prediction. I've got to stick with my formula. So
I'm gonna be superstitious as well. Maybe, I don't know. I'll let you two decide right now. Okay. So obviously Chelsea, when we beat them, I said to you before we played the game, I ain't gonna watch it. And the last time I watched us play Chelsea at the Bridge, we won 5-3 and 1-0.
Yeah.
And then we did, and I missed that game. We won 4-2. Now I'm thinking for this one, I've watched every North London derby apart from the last two. The last 2 I haven't watched is when Flamini scored the screamer in the League Cup.
Yes.
Yeah. And when Rosicki.
Yeah, you definitely can't watch. You definitely can't watch.
Maybe I'm thinking,
and they were both at Spurs as well. So maybe you can't watch this one.
So I'm thinking maybe I shouldn't watch it. So
you got to take one for the team, mate. We'll fill you in. We'll keep you posted.
Right. So I ain't gonna watch it. So I won't be on the reaction. So yeah, cool.
Fair play to you. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. That's saying 2-1 either Arsenal or Tottenham. So either way, it's going to be a 2-1 scoreline. He thinks, mate, it's the big one. It is the big one. Biggest game in a long time. I think this probably will go down as one of the biggest North London derbies because both teams have got something to play for. Again, when we won the league at White Hart Lane, they weren't really playing for anything. So it's going to be interesting.
They celebrated a draw, didn't they?
Yeah, look at them. Yeah, not knowing we won the league there. So it was beautiful. But guys, it's been a pleasure. Silva, I think you got one more thing to add before we go.
Oh, have I? I don't know. Well, I thought let's listen. Look, let's start how Nigel started, but let's end how Nigel started with a bit of a tune. Let's see if you know what this one's called, because this is what we have to do.
Turn up the bass and make them all have fun. And we ablaze the fire, make it fun them. We mash up the place.
Make it fun them. That's what I'm saying.
Bun them.
Tottenham. But yeah, on that note, we're gonna wrap up and get out of here. I said, I'm shameless. So if Arsenal win this on Thursday, expect to see me Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday up to Newcastle. And you may see me after that as well. I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna do a gunner camera. I'm just gonna film myself live every day. You might see me snoring and everything. I don't business. But guys, it's been a pleasure. Yeah, we're all in good spirits. Let's beat these, man. Boods is saying if we beat Spurs, man's calling in sick on Friday. Yeah, I might join you. As I said, you'll see me at the stadium, and I'll be there, bruv. Like, I'm there for it. But yeah, guys.
Gunner King's going to be on that.
Yeah, he's good. Yeah, he just got to be. I hope he's got security because he don't feel no way to walk around Tottenham area and
live and just
bust banner in that.
Anyhow,
I rate him for it. But right, lads. On that note, I got to go because CBBS is calling.
Big up, guys. Take it easy.
Come on, you Gunners.
Come on, guys.
Arsenal, please do what you got to do. Whoever, I don't care how it comes. 3 points is a must, and we out of here.
Baby.